hello everyone.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going? We have a chunk popping in slowly, but we're all here for now, and we're gonna be debating which lantern of the Green Lantern series is the best lantern from our 16 that we've pulled.
I would like a disclaimer of obviously our choices are limited. We could do a multi-week series on this topic, and I think that we could all be satisfied. Juggalo says red all day. We only have Atrocitus from the Red Lanterns on the list. We almost did Dexstar, but made some room for some other people. But yeah. Also, where's my crown? Oh, there it is. Never mind.
You want it on your head? I'll put it on your head.
Thank you.
Perfect.
So yes, last week, Cucumber was crowned the champion of the debate, and so he was the one who got to choose what our debate topic was going to be. So at the end of this day's round, we will also be crowning a new winner.
Yes.
Red Rum is awake in time. Good
Huzzah.
stuff. So yeah, we just making sure that music is coming in.
Kara says, I know nothing about this topic, but will judge you harshly for your answers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense. So yeah. So the way that this all kind of works is we have 16
Options?
16 options, part of our topic.
Reed H. Cooper asks, where the hell is Abin Sur? I believe he is 6 feet under, Reed.
Ooh.
Yeah, he didn't last too long.
Yeah.
But yes, and so we'll go bracket by bracket, and we will present our arguments. You will be voting on what moves on, and we will roll dice to see who gets the opening argument, and then kind of jump from there. So, yeah, I think we'll just start off by introducing ourselves. Let's go with you, Cole, since you're at the top of the window.
Yeah, apparently I'm on top. Cool. Hi, I'm Cole Garrison. I'm from In Quest of Geek podcast. We are basically your side quest to whatever quest you're doing. If you want to help us join, discover new things, and enhance the community, we're here for you. I'm a humongous Green Lantern fan. That's why I was approached for this. Hal Jordan will forever be my boy. So I'm kind of scared of him going against Chip, but we shall see.
I need Chip to win this so bad.
Chip,
And I'm Chunk.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is.
Is.
Thank you, Deadly Nightshade, for the raid.
Hey, thanks for the raid. Hi, Connie.
Canny.
Welcome, welcome. You got here just in time. Okay, and then stepping down to Chunk. Please introduce yourself.
I already did. And I went, I'm Chunk.
Fine.
That's it.
Please talk about how interested you are in the Green Lantern universe.
Oh yes, please.
Zero. Absolutely zero. I'm a Superman fan. So the Green Lantern's pretty stupid and useless. But we need a guest today for the show, so I'm here.
Wonderful. Hey, everybody, I'm Cucumber. As you can see by the shiny crown, I won last week, so I got to choose this topic, and I chose it just to spite Chunk. So I'm really excited to go through this today, and I actually also really hope I get to make the first argument, because that's also just for Chunk. And then I'll be ready to go. Yeah, that's me.
All right. I'm Ryan. Also don't have as much knowledge as Cole and Cucumber, but I'm going to try and do an argument as well as I can based on my passing knowledge of Green Lantern. So, yeah, that's me.
And I'm Corey. I also know basically nothing about the Green Lantern, so I did so much homework for this week. So I'm excited to argue for Chip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
same. I want
I
Chip
said
to.
everybody wants Chip, because he's adorable.
He's the best.
He's also a badass, but I sent everybody images, so I feel like a lot of these arguments are going to be very superficial from the uninitiated.
Wait, you sent who
No,
images?
I did research. Like, I did homework. Like, I understand some of these people, all right?
Wait, when did we get images?
Oh, I don't know. I sent it to Ryan. Apparently, he sent it to everybody but you. So
Great.
I don't know.
Great.
My hands are
Great,
clean.
thanks.
I did did the minimal amount of effort. Like it's the minimal
Hold
amount.
on. Let me send it to you. Let me send it.
Well, it's all pointless now. Now I can't stand up.
You gotta know what they. I just want you to know what they look like. That's all. That's all. I'm gonna send it in the thing. It's coming. Give it a minute. All right.
Sending links.
So Ryan, tell us again, how do people vote in the chat for their thing? They just do the numbers, right?
Yes. So when we actually open the poll, we will be. No, you do not need to go to that website. It is literally, you will type the number you want, so 1 or 2, and the poll will aggregate those numbers, and you can only vote once, and it will just populate this once we actually open it up, and you'll be able to tell, because it will actually start having a little poll open display.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not open yet, everybody. Calm down. Wait for the arguments. Don't jump the gun.
We have to roll for
I see you, Reed. I see you, Sylveon.
11.
So
all right.
where's this link been sent to?
I sent the file to the Zoom chat.
Oh.
Oh, I accidentally sent it to Corey only. What the hell?
The only person who doesn't need it.
Hold on. There you go. On its way,
Reed
Chunk.
has already
Don't-
decided who he's going after.
Yeah,
There
he's
is no
super
argument. Hell
against-
is the worst.
How's the worst? We're arguing who is the best, so there's still argument to be had. You can put him at the bottom and still have 15 other people to deal with.
How do we
And then
determine who
you're-
wins at the end? That will be, we will have a separate poll on the Twitch polls, where you can actually use your channel points to vote for your favorite debater.
Is that Ember Mom?
Will he?
It is
will he
Ember
the
Mom.
Ember Mom.
Will he be the master?
What?
Huh?
Will he be the master?
Who's the master?
don't follow it. Don't. No,
Oh.
I know you're going with that.
Okay, I'll be back.
He ran all the way back here just for that.
They will have the crown. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, this should have been a Green Lantern ring for today.
Ah.
That's all right.
Oh, that would have been cool.
It'd be like a green. Oh, a lantern circlet. Why isn't that in the comics? That'd be super cool. And
Yeah.
blast it from your head. Blah.
There was a gauntlet at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was when Hal Jordan looked like a traveling nomad with like long Tom Cruise hair, the long jacket. It was like Jack T. Chance gave him some pointers.
Okay.
Jack T. Chan?
Jack T. Chance. It was like this smuggler who was like trying to kill people in the ring. Was like, stop it. He was like, fine.
Ooh, Dyson Wolf says none of them are the best lantern. I can't wait to
Yes,
hear what.
Dyson Wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
I requested to be left out of this. You said you should come, so now you have to
I
suffer
did.
through this.
Yeah. Suffer.
Cover with
Take it
all
off.
of that. Oh dear.
That's not PNG. That's stupid.
Dyson Wolf says you forgot to put Batman up there. I'm not talking about part-timers, Dyson Wolf. Oh, gotta love that transparency.
That was. It said it was a PNG, and I was like, nope.
At the source,
Yeah.
not the sample. It's fine. I don't actually need it. We're all here. Let's just do it.
We're here now.
I needed.
All right. If you win this one, you'll get the Green Lantern ring as your crown.
Fuck
That's
that.
what we should do. We should theme the crowns for the next week based on the previous week. Have a sort of
cool.
through line from episode to episode.
Yeah.
I want to win. I don't
like
want to win.
Okay.
Now I want you to win, Chunk.
I don't wanna
So
win.
he has to wear the lantern mask.
Oh, that is cool.
Okay. Well, now that we're all here and we're set, let's roll our first roll of the dice.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. 16.
Nice.
20.
20.
18. Did you really get 20?
I did.
I got an 18.
Ah,
On my murder dice, too.
Oh.
On your
She's gonna
murder
murder
dice.
this.
So, Hal versus Chip. Let's just go into Chip. He is a freaking squirrel and is a baby. And people really underestimate him because he's a squirrel, and so he's hard to pin down. Like, people usually try to use like the big like blocky weapons, and he's fast and you can't pin him down. He's badass. Chip.
I'm also gonna go with Chip. Because
You gotta be kidding me!
no, this is just for Chunk. This is just for Chunk, Mr. Fortress of Solitude over there. Chip single-handedly took down Superman by using his ring to interrupt the synapses of Superman's brain.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Whoa.
rendering him completely useless. Turned him into a little vegetable so that they could capture him. So
I was
I'm
gonna-
just go ahead.
No, guys, I'm sorry. I mean,
No, that's it. I'm just saying, like she said, underestimated. That's an underestimation. This little squirrel taking down Superman like a punk.
Well, I was gonna vote for Chip because he's adorable looking.
Mm-hmm.
But forget that guy now. I'm going for Hal Jordan
Oh no.
because I've heard of that one before. 'Cause he seems important. And let me preface this with this: all lanterns suck. None of them are useful. Stupid powers. But if I have to pick, I'm gonna go with Hal Jordan because F this Chip guy. I'm messing with
Hal's going down fast, guys. Good luck.
Oh my
Cole.
god. Come on. Okay, first off, Hal Jordan is the first human Green Lantern. Like
Yeah,
Alan
that's
Scott
right.
was different. Hal Jordan, and then if we didn't have Hal, we wouldn't have all the other lanterns. He's the reason we have the Green Lantern Corps, like in comics and everything. He's the first. Chip, his coolest story was in Infinite Crisis, and then in Blackest Night when he died. That's it.
Well,
Hal
spoiler
Jordan-
alert.
So what you're telling me is that Hal Jordan was the first Green Lantern human because
then he
all the other
died.
humans were just so terrible, and no one else could have been able to be a lantern until him.
Oh, that's
Which means humans are just terrible lanterns.
What? No. There is no, that is, oh my god, like my aneurysm right now. No, so Hal Jordan not only did he have the Green Lantern ring, he also was able to wield all the other lantern rings trying to find basically like Excalibur. So I can try not to spoil too much.
Hal
apparently.
also kind of killed everybody. Lest we forget, he done fucked up a little bit.
Last.
Well, yeah, Parallax used Hal Jordan to wipe out the entire Green Lantern Corps. Like everyone died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Luckily, John and Guy decided to quit, so they survived. But
Does he hold on to all the colored rings all the time, or does he just kind of like? I know that he holds on to like sometimes like he'll have like green and blue or green and red sometimes. Do you return those rings?
Usually situational. But yeah, he's green all the time, and then when duty calls, he'll kind of do whatever.
So he's OP like Superman, who's also awful.
Oh, you want to talk about OP? Just wait. We'll get there.
Hal Jordan is so far from OP,
Nah, he's pretty middle of the road as far as lanterns are anymore.
which is what makes him even better because he still overcomes all those obstacles.
Yeah,
doing
when
just
I
like it
think
happened.
best, I think mediocre. You're right, Cole. You're right.
No, it just proves like his will is so strong. He's able to overcome not being considered the strongest. Remember, green is all about willpower, and he has the most will.
The most will?
The strongest one.
The
Strongest
most
will.
The strongest will? Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm going strongest with Hal Jordan. For sure going
All
strongest.
right.
Well, I think that the chat has spoken, and you have absolutely failed, Cole.
Thank you,
Holy crap.
16.7%. Thank you.
I legitimately feel bad for Hal Jordan. I love Hal Jordan, and he just
He's
went down
my
like a punk.
favorite.
He's
He went up against a squirrel, like
a squirrel that took down Superman, no less.
like
Superman.
Oh. Wait, how do people vote for me? I wasn't here last week.
That's at the very, very
That's
end.
at the end.
Yeah,
There you
we're
go.
voting on the topic, not the person today.
Boo! You ruined. Why am I even here? You ruined my thing. You ruined my thing.
You can keep.
You can still lobby for yourself,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah,
but
it
you
just,
gotta
it
win
doesn't
channel
pay out
points
to
at the
me.
The
end.
whole show, one at a time.
People can vote multiple times with channel points at the very end for you.
Ghost Strawberry Tree says even Ryan Reynolds couldn't make Hal Jordan cool, and I think that is delightful.
that's not true.
That movie should have been the greatest movie of all time. Taika
It-
Waititi is the best friend. Ryan Reynolds is Hal Jordan. Mark Strong is the questionable villain. Like, that should have
What?
been the greatest superhero movie of all time.
I agree that they couldn't make up their mind. That's another yelling session for another day.
Okay.
On to the next one. Wow,
Yeah.
man.
Left
This is
freeze.
This is a total toss-up. I have no idea where this is going now. This is already... I'm so excited. Next.
So it's gonna be Atrocitus.
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 Like
Sorry.
atrocity. Atrocitus.
I was doing the Latin pronunciation.
That's not how you say it either.
And Larfleeze.
Larfleeze.
This is an odd
I
pairing.
love this. I love this matchup.
I got an 18.
I got a 12.
Ooh, I got a 7.
3.
Who and who?
I got a 10.
So that's me.
I think so.
All right. Between the two, I really enjoy Atrocitus as you know, an angry go-getter. But at the same time, I think Larfleeze has a lot more control over himself and his environment and his constructs. You think he's fascinating, right? I mean, he's a collector of dead souls that he gets to reconstruct and send out to do his bidding, and he shows lots of restraint because he was, as Agent Orange, he was just kind of like out in a corner for a long time until somebody encroached upon his space, and he's like, "All right, you broke the rules. I'm coming for all of you now," and he did so like a crazy pants. I love Larfleeze.
So Larfleeze is amazing. He's basically the single person of the Orange Corps. So
There's another one.
So
That's fine.
he's what? He's basically. Do you hear what I said? Basically. So think about all the Green Lanterns that are pulling all of their power from the green battery. I don't know the terms, whatever. Right? And if there's only one or two pulling from the orange battery, how much more power he can pull from redlining the orange battery? He's so much more powerful. He's cool.
What am I hearing here? No, okay, look. LaFreeze has an amazing comic where he tries finding Santa Claus because he has no self-control. He constantly wants everything all the time. But Atrocitus, he survived a Black Lantern going for his heart because his ring is his heart. He is the leader of the Red Lanterns. He spews blood from his mouth. Like, he looks scary. He looks like a legitimate villain, which is why the cartoon series, instead of making Sinestro be the villain of the cartoon, they went Atrocitus because he's that scary.
So here's the problem with like your ring being your heart. Like, it corrupts your blood. Your heart, your non-heart starts pumping pure, I shit you not, anger through your bloodstream. And it's one of those things where it's like, how do you quit that? Like, you're stuck in that for life. That's no fun.
Oh God, I'm seeing that he's losing. Okay, look, here's the thing. I'm throwing more facts out here. Like, Atrocitus survived the Manhunters wiping out his entire race. Sector 666 was destroyed by the Manhunters, so that's why he got picked by the Red Ring, because he's searching for vengeance against the Green Lanterns and the Guardians.
So Angry Boy is angry is what you're telling me.
People love Kyle Rayner for that same reason. Why don't give Atrocitus some love?
As you just said, Atrocitus looks scary. Kylo Ren looks like a sad puppy dog. All right, not compare the two.
Also, Larfleeze is described as resembling a famous Muppet, Gonzo. So he's kind of adorable in that effect. Yeah.
Blue, Gonzo Blue. This guy's a cool face. He's got horns on his face.
Yeah, he actually kind of makes me think he looks like a golden dragon more than anything. So.
No, he does not look like a golden dragon. He literally, when you see him in the comics, LaFreeze is like, mine. He's the seagulls from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, except he actually gets what he wants, unlike the seagulls.
He
from
doesn't
Finding
always
Nemo.
get what he wants.
Usually.
Pretty
No.
powerful.
Yeah.
No.
He sends a whole army of the things that he's successfully collected. I'd say he does pretty well for himself.
Remember when the Blackest Night happened and then all of them came back to kill him? What did he say? Well, he is not powerful.
He's just greedy. That's all. He's just a little greedy.
Atrocitus leads people who are also just as angry, and he is the alpha of the Red Lanterns. He is coming in hard. He is getting ready to annihilate all the Lanterns out of vengeance. He has a cat. He has a pet cat.
Aw.
Is Dexter his or just on his team?
Dexter's hit. Well, I mean, it's like Dexter's on the team, but it's like
Yeah. He doesn't fill that cat's kibble, so let's calm down. He's
No. He doesn't have to because the cat can take care of itself. He's that great of an owner where he's like, no, my cat's fine.
yeah.
Hey, you guys, the chat's slowly helping here. I'm seeing it. I don't know if I can handle
it's going
Atrocitus
back
for
down
another
here.
round though, because I'm throwing all of it right now. Like, save the ship, save the ship.
One thing I will say, that just because I feel like we're gonna win here, is something that is cool about the Red Lanterns is they recharge their rings by like ripping out hearts and stuff, which is pretty dope.
Oh, dang.
Yes.
Yeah, they're hardcore, but
When
not
the
my
Black
favorite.
Lanterns came, the Red Lanterns were the front of the line because they were like, "What are you gonna do to us?"
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
villains,
blunt
they
weapon.
always lose. Villains always lose. They do win sometimes, but they always lose.
This is comics. No one wins. No one loses. It goes on.
LaFreeze isn't. Don't put LaFreeze in the hero category. He's still a villain.
Yeah. I think it closed. I think that was the shut up from Ryan.
What?
No? Never mind.
No? I mean, if you want me to close it, though.
I don't
think
know
you-
how LaFreeze is getting more votes suddenly. Like, what is happening?
Well, look at him hug that orange lantern. Look how much love is in that little greedy
That's
heart.
not a loving hug. 100% stay away from it. It's an overpossessive creature.
It's a very Gollum and Precious relationship.
Absolutely.
Oh God, Gollum.
That's actually very accurate. I should have led with that.
All right. Well, I think that will do it. Larfleeze is going to be moving on.
Awesome.
For 2.
Yeah. I feel for you, buddy. This is a hard one for me because I like all these characters.
Same but opposite.
So our next round is going to be Simon Baz versus Indigo 1.
Boy. Let's roll it.
4.
Ooh, 7.
14.
1.
13.
And me again, huh? Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't read a lot of Simon Baz. I read his intro and like maybe 2 or 3 comics after that. He is an interesting character. He was definitely a necessary character at the time. He is very, very cool, and he became a Lantern because he was chosen by like a mixed ring that was mixed yellow and green. It was like a mishmash of Sinestro and Hal's rings because he is a very mishmash person because he was a criminal, but he also at a last ditch moment, there was a bomb in the car that he stole. So he drove it into a place where no one could die. That's a really cool, interesting origin story. Anywho, so he's very interesting. However, I feel like Indigo 1 is swinging with a bigger weapon than Simon Baz because I feel
Don't do this. Don't
Oh
do
yeah,
this.
I'm going compassion, buddy. Because they're able to basically reprogram your entire brain and force you to understand other things. They force you into a place of understanding and compassion, which is, yeah. I mean, by the end of it, it wasn't like Sinestro dragging behind them, along with like a several of the other previous villains. Because Indigo 1 was like, "Yep, gotcha, boink, knock, knock, knock." Made a little collection of little understanding buddies.
So yeah, so Indigo 1 is definitely the way to go. She was
What is happening here?
She's amazing, okay?
I designed all my arguments to be anti-Cole. That's all.
So she's amazing. She was a horrible, horrible person. So she's compassion, right? So the compassion rings are really awesome because they basically are like this compassion prison. They take the worst people and give them compassion rings, and then they finally feel compassion and then get all sad for all the wrongdoings that they did. So if you take those away, they become a badass army of evil. Or if you have the compassion rings, then they're just badass and compassion-y. Also, when Indigo lost the power of the compassion, she still held on to some of her compassion and wanted it back, wanted it turned back on. So like it has the ability to actually change people, not just like hold them in a weird like compassion prison, but it actually like it changes people for better.
Look, Indigo 1 was cool when she first showed up in Blackest Night, when it was like, what's this random tribe coming here to save Jon Stewart? But the thing is, Simon Baz is a Fast and Furious character with a Green Lantern ring. He is perfect for, like, if you love Fast and Furious, that's him. He raced cars, he stole cars, and then he was like, oh, this is bad, and became a Green Lantern. He is so important because he's a Muslim, Lebanese American person. So his story alone is so much cooler than Indigo 1's like you have to read subtitles to understand her made-up language of her bashing you in the head.
You can't
And then,
read?
Like,
It's 3 letters, bud.
Yeah, you can't read?
no, I can read, but like Simon
Is
Baz.
that why you
tells
read comic
stories-
books and you just look at the pictures?
Oh, come on, Chuck! Don't do
I'm
this.
asking.
Don't-
It's a
don't-
question. It's a
No,
question.
I read I read
The little
as
bubbles?
well as look at the pictures. Don't turn this. Don't turn this.
I'm gonna go
Simon
with
Baz is
Indigo because blue.
Because this
blue.
blue is not
She's
that
not
color.
blue.
It's literally indigo.
Yeah.
It's on the. It's just.
Yeah.
It's fucking blue. It's on the
indigo.
side of the color wheel. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me it's not blue.
It's
Blue
not
is so-
blue.
Blue's coming up.
blue.
Blue isn't here yet.
Blue is not here yet.
No, you're one above, bud. Look down. That's indigo.
Purple? What the fuck? It's blue.
No, below that one is purple. Above that one. Do you know what indigo is?
It's a blue on the blue side.
Oh no. So Roy
It's on
G.
the
Biv,
bluish
there's
side.
blue, indigo, violet. There's
Yeah,
indigo.
it's
That's
in
the
between.
blue,
And then
Blue
I
and
said it's on
purple.
the blue side of the color wheel, so it's in the bluish side.
bluish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bluish word you're looking for is fucking indigo.
Eh. Eh. You need blue for indigo, so
Oh my.
Yeah, you also need purple for indigo. We could do this all day.
you need blue for purple.
Uh
Somewhere with blue.
huh.
So you're going
I'm siding
indigo
with
one.
you. I'm going against Cole. Just look at me have it.
Let me have this. Oh my god! It just Simon Baz did not trust his ring power because he's so used to the certain things supposed to help him not being there for him. So he had his own gun so he can take care of himself until he met Batman, who said no, weapons are bad, and Batman convinced him to turn it over to Commissioner Gordon. So you also have that important story.
That is a good moment. He also blindly shot Sinestro for shits and gigs
Yeah.
in the dead zone. So, tomato with that gun.
This is really close
Hey,
right
that
now.
was before he met Commissioner Gordon. He works with Jessica Cruz, and they have to work together to trust each other, which is like their main story because they share the same power battery. So you will have hothead Simon Baz working with Jessica Cruz, who's like scared, has anxiety issues, and together like the perfect team. So you can't go away from Simon Baz. I'm looking at the. Oh my God! Come on.
50-50.
Yeah.
Why is it me versus you three?
As far as making the best team, that's cool and all, but we're trying to pick the best individual.
Yeah, and Baz got his own comic. Thank you. That's a good point. Baz got his own comic.
So did the Penguin. What's your point?
So, what?
Huh?
Indigo One didn't like. Anyone else?
I mean, it looks like people are voting, but it looks like it might be all. I agree, Reed Cooper. Actually, the new 52 Penguin run is one of my favorite comics ever written. It's a 6-issue. It's really good. Check it out.
Should have started with shots in Sinestro.
You can change your vote, I think. If you just type the new number in, I think it'll change.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what your friend last week was doing. She kept doing the wrong one, and so she just would like type in the other number, and it would change.
No, she tried to, but it didn't affect anything.
Did it close? I feel like it's.
No, it's still open.
Okay, well,
Oh,
here-
there it goes. Looks like Simon got it.
Almost.
Pierce is like, close the poll.
Oh no!
It's like,
One
what?
more for Indigo One. One more for Indigo One. Come on.
So when Simon Baz gets the ring, he's actually being interrogated and held against his will from the CIA because they think he's a suspected terrorist because he stole a car with a bomb in it, as Cucumber was saying. So he gets it because they're about to lock him away forever, which is why he also wears a mask because he's scared of someone finding him and his family. So that was also a really cool moment
Yeah.
for Simon. He broke
That's a cool
out because
moment.
they're about to send him to Guantanamo Bay.
Yep.
I have another
Again,
thing for
very
Simon.
timely character.
In Lego DC Supervillains video game, Taliesin Jaffe plays him as
Oh, no way.
he's the voice actor for him. So there's one for Simon.
Hey! Yay! 1 for Simon.
All right. However, Indigo 1 is now up to 55.6%.
Mother of pearl! Come on!
Also, people are noticing that the Perception Studio is voting, and they say that it's rigged. So whoever
that's
Chunk is doing
There's
the
only one vote per account.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can
How's that
vote?
cheating? One vote per account.
Where
Yeah, we can vote.
Yeah, vote
I
for
didn't know I
yourself,
could
buddy.
vote? Yeah.
Get in the chat.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. We got you. Chat, would you prefer if we not vote at all? Would that make you feel better?
Yeah, we can abstain.
Yeah, Danny voted. I voted. Ryan voted. Chunk voted.
That's why I'm losing. I'm just over here playing this fairly.
Okay.
All right. We will abstain from voting on the
Oh,
next
now
one.
we're gonna abstain. Hal Jordan's gone.
Hey, the chat has spoken. We do what the chat wants, not you.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have said something earlier, Cole. Jeez. Calm down.
Should have noticed.
Yeah.
I just thought I was a bad arguer. I didn't realize that you three were just like, nope.
Four.
Four. Yeah, there's 4 of us.
I don't think I even voted this time, actually.
I was like,
Yes,
is Ryan
you did.
voting
Yes,
too?
you did.
Oh, okay.
You monster.
Voted
Yeah,
for
don't-
Simon. It's okay.
I did vote for Simon, though, so...
Oh, okay. So semi-monster. I'll take it.
Okay.
All
All right,
right.
finishing the poll off.
Goodbye, Simon.
It thinks
Hi, Simon.
That is the
Indigo, moving on.
goal.
Come on.
All right, we are
Watch,
now
my
up
luck,
to
someone who I don't like is gonna go all the way.
Carol Ferris versus Guy Gardner.
Bye, guy. All right, let's roll for it. Hold on.
I got a 16.
I got a 17. I don't want to win this time.
9.
Ryan?
10.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, all right, let's see. Beep boop doop. Actually, between these two, I kind of prefer Guy, and that's real hard for me to say. 'Cause
Come on!
I will preface this with Guy Gardner is my least favorite Green Lantern. I really
Same.
don't like him. However, I feel like the Star Sapphires in general, their whole shtick is weird to me. Like, I think how they function is bizarre. Oh, yeah, okay, look, here's the deal, all right? Normally it's like, all right, I make a hard light construct, I'm gonna smack you around a bit, or I'll find another creative way to use this. They're just like, I'm gonna put you in a purple cage, and if nobody gets you out of there, you're gonna be like all rabid for love. It's like fucking crooked cupids, and I don't get it. Like, I just don't get
No,
it.
I get that they're weird, but you
Yeah.
gotta remember, Carol, Star Sapphire was originally a villain.
Yeah.
So she didn't just go like, I love you. It was also like, you broke up with me and I'm going to make you regret this. And then she literally destroyed you. Guy's coolest moment is when he thought Kyle died and he got a red lantern ring while he had Green Lantern at the same time. Like, he was a red and green. That's the only cool thing. Or him getting punched by Batman. Like, that's it.
That is pretty cool, though.
Reed H.
yeah.
Cooper, I'm going to steal your argument in saying that Carol Ferris actually thought Hal was a good catch at one time, so she loses all points for that.
It's really cool. She's really, because she has this on and off again relationship, and so it's very like she loves him, she hates him. She's a very tortured character. I'm going with Carol. this
Yeah, I'm gonna
time.
go with Carol too because she has a cool costume, and because I'm looking at Guy Gardner here, and he looks like he uses the word "bruh." That's the kind of
He
guy who
totally
uses that
does.
word. So I
Yeah.
definitely
Oh.
does not.
He's a total douchebag. Like, I don't
He
don't
literally
like Guy.
refuses to wear the mask.
Yeah, I can't.
Got-
This guy.
Guy Gardner, at one point, Batman was like, this Justice League International is so unprofessional. I can't be associated with you. And then he knocked out Guy Gardner and quit the team. Like, Guy Gardner is never professional. He, like, at one time he was Warrior, which made sense for him because it was like, oh, D-bag person, D-bag character name, cool. But
Wait, so I thought you were supposed to be like all worthy to be a Green Lantern. Why is this guy a Green Lantern?
Well, he still has a lot of willpower. It doesn't necessarily mean you're the nicest person in the world.
Right.
he only got the ring because John and Hal were both like, oh, the Lanterns thought they were dead. So like, oh, Guy, here you go. And then they showed up and they're like, oh, this is awkward.
This
Oh, so the Green Lanterns are pretty inefficient and irresponsible, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, they don't know how to do
The Guardians have
birth
made a lot of
certificates.
mistakes. Guy being is one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, why are you telling lies, Cole?
Oh,
Oh, Carol's getting in the lead again.
yes.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I actually like Carol as a character too. This is a
yeah.
Screw it. You know what? I'm flipping it. I'm going Carol. Let's all just go Carol, cause
Yeah.
Carol.
this guy
Carol.
sucks. And the more I think about it, the less I can just support him on principle.
He's so aggressive. He is someone who just would say bruh. He
Hey,
All right.
call it
Meh.
what meh. What?
nothing. He knows.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Oh. God. I mean, okay, so it's true. Hal Jordan was
Okay,
closer,
I
which
took
is
care of
why
it.
Guy Gardner was not picked initially. But the thing is, I feel like that was just to try and make Guy Gardner look cooler because I've only met one Guy Gardner fan. So the writers doing that was trying to boost his like popularity,
Uh-huh.
but I don't. I
Guy
can't.
Gardner is like if Stone Cold Steve Austin got magical powers. Like it's just like I'd expect him to shotgun a beer and then like punch the closest thing in the face.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's done that.
Right?
Versus Carol, who's all about love, and love should. Yeah.
Guy Gardner is also one of those guys who would talk about the baseball games he won in high school like 20 years ago.
Yeah. And Carol, like, even though her and Hal will always be the weird will they, won't they kind of a thing, she even admits, like, look, I know we're not together, but I care about you, and I'm not going to let you do something stupid, so here I'm here to help you.
Yeah, she cool.
She ran Ferris Air. When her father died or stepped down, depending on which version you read, she runs Ferris Air. She's a smart businesswoman as well.
Oh yeah, no, she's very, very capable human being.
All right, I think we have our votes in. Guy is losing 45%. Carol's winning 54%.
Thank God, I'm finally on the winning team.
Yay!
Oh my
Once in your
God.
life.
Hey, good job. Good choosing this time.
Don't get used to it.
Hey.
Don't get used to it. All right, next up we have Jon Stewart and Black Ann.
Oh snap!
I got a 4.
I got a 9.
Nah,
6.
10.
Jon Stewart.
Oh.
Looks like Corey.
Really? With a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so so I don't remember Jon Stewart, so I'm gonna go for Black
He had
Hand.
a,
I
radio
remember.
show or
Oh my god, if you're gonna make the joke.
shut up.
Ah, you stole my joke and made it bad.
What?
Go ahead, Corey. Sorry, Corey.
So I was able to research like his like origin story, and it's super creepy. The fact that Hal and Sinestro were right there to try Atrocitus came to try to kill him, and then Hal and Sinestro showed up and were like, no, we got you, kid, you're fine. The kid was like already like he taxidermied his dog, like he's super bad. So I think I'm voting for Jon Stewart because I understand how seriously messed up like he's super.
I was worried. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried.
It's super. His whole origin story is just super crazy. Like he killed his dog and taxidermied it and put it in his bedroom. Like
Yeah.
bad guy, don't like him, dislike. Going for Jon Stewart.
No, Black Hand is super powerful, but Jon Stewart is just a straight badass. He's a Marine, like crazy intelligent. He's basically, as someone mentioned earlier in the chat, and I like that phraseology of he's essentially Mr. Justice League. Like that dude is responsible for so many other heroes while still maintaining his duties as a Green Lantern officer. He's just super cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
No, I'm deaf. Oh, sorry, Chuck, go for it.
I like this Black Hand guy. He looks pretty cool. I like that he has like a big like helmet mask thing.
When
And
was
he has a
he?
skull.
When was he retconned
all I
into
got.
being a Marine from an architect?
Ooh, that was like, I want to say the 90s? Because he was, 2000s.
It was the 2000s, yeah, because I remember still buying comics when he was an architect first, because his constructs were crazy awesome. They still are, but now they're all like mostly like weapons and stuff.
I
And
would've
now they
wanted him
did it
more as
where
an
he's an
architect.
ex-marine sniper who is now an architect. Like they put the two together.
Oh, okay.
So he's got
still
the
an
best of both
architect.
worlds.
Still in, he's still in his story.
Jon
Reed
Stewart.
Cooper asked if Black Hand is even a lantern.
Yeah, he's a
is.
Black Lantern.
Okay.
He used
Yeah.
to be
He,
Indigo.
He
at the
became an
spoiler,
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, your timelines are a little mixed up there. But
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
he was Black Lantern. He was raising other heroes from the dead. Basically, people who would emotionally compromise the still living lanterns. He would use that as leverage against them. It was so freaking
Oh, that
cool.
sounds badass. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go
Which
with
is why Atrocitus was trying to kill him, because Atrocitus had a like basically like a warning, like, hey, this person's going to do this. So he's like, I'm gonna save the day, and he tried killing him. And then Hal and Sinestro were like, what are you doing?
Like, why are you trying to kill some kid? And I'm like,
Yeah. And Atrocitus was just like, you don't get it. He's going to be bad. And they're like, he is a child.
Right. And he went and he sleeps like in a grave. Like
It's parents' grave or just a random grave. I
it's
don't remember.
a random grave. Because he
Yeah.
goes and he constantly goes back to the grave to sleep because he wants to like block out all the light. His whole thing is that he wants to block out all the light.
Yeah, this guy
And-
sounds cooler and cooler.
He is a formidable villain for sure. Reed Cooper asked, I didn't realize the Black Power was considered a lantern. It is in this, because I think he was already Black Hand, but he got the Black Lantern powers from Necron, which is one of the ancient beings.
Yeah, he
Along the lines
shoots
of
himself
Parallax
in the
and all
head
that.
with the Green Lantern gun.
So the origin story that I watched, he was given like a energy absorber thingy, and then he shoots himself in the head with it. And then one of the Guardians pops up and vomits out a Black Lantern ring.
Oh yeah, Scar.
Yeah.
The banished lantern, or the banished Guardian.
Huh.
Oh man, so good. Reed Cooper says Jeff John's writing is confusing at times. Yes, however,
Yeah.
very relatable though. I love his characters or his takes on many existing characters quite a bit. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and one of my favorite things about Jon Stewart is he takes no shit from authority. Like he believes in the chain of command, but at the same time he will challenge them directly and aggressively if they're wrong. Which also makes him so great, both in the Justice League and in the Green Lantern Corps, because he'll get up nose to nose with the Guardian just as easily as he would with Supes or Bats or anybody.
I 100% love that Jon Stewart always is like the moral compass. He will always, if what he says is usually the way to go.
Mhm.
And I
And he
have
also-
so much more to say, and I'm so excited that he is winning so easily that I can
Hands
save
down.
it.
He also was like the first ultraviolet lantern, but I don't know anything about them. Like I know absolutely nothing about them. I didn't know they
I don't
existed
know
until
that
last night.
Oh no.
I think we can
That's me for
definitely
most
put
of
this one
these.
to bed. 'Cause that one is just, no one's
Nighty
even
night, John.
trying for Black Hand.
Nah, yeah, he's scary, but he's a creeper, man.
Blackest Night was an amazing story, but that's as far as it goes with Black Hand for me.
Yeah, rebirth through brightest day. That's what you gotta read if you're interested.
Yeah, you can stop at Blackest Night. Brightest Day.
Probably. Yeah, brightest day is kind of weak. I didn't finish it. Blackest night though, pretty dope.
All right, so now we have Saint Walker versus Jessica Cruz.
Oh, this is hard.
Oh,
This is so messed
okay, I gotta
up.
roll.
Gotta roll.
I got a 3.
I got a 9.
I got a 5.
I got a
I
3.
got a 14.
General Davis, that's Cole. He's from In Quest of Geek and our friend.
You know, loosely.
Hey, you love me.
We'll see.
Just, meh.
Who got the highest one?
I got a 14.
I think it's you.
It's you, girl.
Oh,
Me again? Okay. So Saint Walker's he's a really sad story, and it's really sad. Again, for my research, I basically looked up like their origin stories.
Yeah.
And so the Saint Walker story is super sad. He sacrificed basically everything because he had so much faith in his god, and then basically he was told he is the Messiah, and he brought so much hope to his entire planet and his people. He sacrificed everything and was able to, even after sacrificing everything, meaning like aka losing his entire family, he was able to bring so much hope to his planet that he was able to save like they were flying into their sun that was gonna blow up, and it basically the energy of all that hope was able to get the sun to stop it and save them.
Yeah.
So he's just a super sweet. It's a sad, very sweet story of he still had that hope and he wanted to bring that hope to others.
Yes, I love Saint Walker. I love the Blue Lanterns. Actually, when they first showed up, I was like lame, but they became very interesting. They're like they're like a great support tactically, but as far as like what they're able to do and help people and like boost the Green Lanterns, kind of block the yellows, and it's yellow and red that they can kind of weaken, or just yellow.
Mostly yellow.
Yeah. But however, I think Jessica Cruz is a fascinating case in the Green Lantern Corps, because the ring she received is unique in the Green Lantern universe, whereas all the other rings find somebody who has the power to overcome great fear. Hers was because she was crippled by fear. She suffers from deep and heavy anxiety. So every single day, getting out of bed, like having to challenge that kind of fear, that level of depression and anxiety, is basically like earned her this like badass spot. So basically, once she was able to overcome the challenges of the ring she was initially gifted, she was then granted a regular Green Lantern ring so that she could join the Corps and be like a solid member. She's actually one of my favorite recent characters in the last like 10 years or so.
I'm gonna guess here on the last name Cruz. I'm gonna guess she's a Latinx, and I love my space Latinx, so I'm gonna go with Jessica Cruz because I approve of the representation.
Yeah. Oh, Metal God, thank you for the sub.
Oh, thanks for the sub.
No, I'm 100% Team Jessica Cruz. Saint Walker is really cool, but like we were saying earlier, the Blue Lanterns are essentially an amazing tag team. But if he was by himself, he wouldn't be able to do as much as Jessica Cruz. And Jessica being able to overcome all of that and still be able to save people is so, like, her stories are so cool to read, especially since she has to deal with Simon Baz, who apparently got voted down here. But like, I just love that she is constantly dealing with her own demons while fighting actual demons.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. She's badass. Also, like, I like the placement of her mask. She just looks cute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I think.
Oh!
Yeah. The last few arguments there, you really brought up Jessica Cruz. So.
I've been on Cole's team side way too many times already.
Her mask is like over like one eye, like that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cute. That was cute.
Thought Chunk is against Green Lantern. Does this mean he thinks Green Lantern is better than Superman now?
No, I had responsibilities to be here.
All right.
This is an obligation.
How is that mask though? Yeah, it's over the right eye. Little lanterny shape. Looks super cool.
Looks like a rangefinder.
Oh yeah, it does.
All right.
It disguises her identity by one eye.
Yeah, maybe she's got a really distinctive eye. Now you can't see her. Like, who's this girl now?
Yeah. I think this one's going to be pretty hotly contested between Cucumber and Cole. It's going to be Kilowog versus Sinestro.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
This randomized that you used, Ryan, like
This is
really
cruel.
specific.
All right, I got an 18.
I got a 16.
Got a 12.
17.
Ooh.
20.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, Ryan,
Oh dear.
make it count, dude.
Well, I'm not going to have a terribly strong argument, except... Gosh.
Have you yet?
What?
Come on, Ryan. Make the right choice.
I'm going to go with Sinestro.
Sure. Why?
You looking for
He-
approval?
I don't know. I mean, like, he's always been able to give the Green Lanterns a pretty good run for their money. And Kilowog always seems to be more like a supporting character. So it's just that he's just a much more powerful force that the Green Lanterns have to deal with, and he's single-handedly been able to go after them multiple times, and Kilowog is Kilowog.
Okay.
Okay.
I was with you till that last sentence.
Sorry.
Yeah, Kilowog, drill sergeant and trainer of the majority of the Green Lantern Corps. Oh yeah, he's just Kilowog. No,
Kilowog.
So I am going to agree with you. However, I have to lean towards Sinestro, and it's hard because I love Kilowog.
I was not expecting that, Cucumber.
Yeah, well, because here's the problem. It's like I'm voting for who's like the better Lantern, not who's my favorite. Kilowog, between the two, is my favorite for sure. He's got a bigger heart. He's got a tragic ass backstory, and he's powerful as fuck. Doesn't waste his time with constructs. Just hits you with a pillar of hard light. Like, he will knock you out. However, Sinestro, on paper and still true, the greatest Green Lantern. Before he got fed up with the Owens and is just like, you know what, fuck you guys, I'm gonna go make my own Corps, and he did so, and successfully and monstrously. And like so he did the thing with Korrigar. He well, you know, he wanted to protect his people, but he ended up creating a dictatorship and ruling over his people with the
That's
power
what he
of-
wanted.
Yeah. So I mean, he's powerful as fuck. He's super smart. He is occasionally a good guy. He's just very misplaced. Yeah.
He played a good guy. So didn't he get his lantern from like someone who was dying, and then it was like, oh no, I'm not dying. If you give me back the ring, I'll be fine. And was like, no, I think I'm gonna be better for this. I'll just take this. Like, he was
He does try to swipe other people's rings at pretty much any opportunity. He snagged a white one, a green one. He got denied by the white ring, I think.
No, he was the one who wielded it.
Oh right. Who?
Yeah.
Which one
He
said
was
no to
able
him?
to wield it.
I forget.
He was able to wield.
Yes. He
Yeah.
became. Yeah. He became. A
He's the
White
one
Lantern.
that saved almost everyone in the Blackest Night.
Mhm.
To me, Sinestro is the better Lantern. Agreeing with Cucumber here. Kilowog is definitely my favorite of the two. The drill sergeant calling everyone Poozer. The way he's even written by Jeff Johns, and that his power beams is just his will is so strong that it just makes a loud bong noise when he shoots. But Sinestro, in the War of Lanterns, the Sinestro Corps War, his team lost, but he won because his goal was to be able to rule the galaxy and unleash the power of the Green Lantern rings. Having the Guardians go, we're losing, oh God, what do we do? Make them be able to kill. Like, that was one of those moments where you're like, yeah, Sinestro lost, but did he though?
But did he?
Exactly. So
I forgot about that plot. That was a good plot line. I remember. Oh,
yeah, and then he's even like, he's being blooded. Cal Jordan beats him unconscious, to the point where he's like broken, and he's still laughing. He when he came back to the Green Lanterns, he was still the best, even though he was gone for so long. Even though he did go back, but
yeah. And for the uninitiated, he's the one who trained Hal Jordan.
he's the one who he saw so much in Hal, and he was hoping that Hal would join him, but Hal being like, no, we can't rely on fear. And then Sinestro was like, it's not fear, it's telling them what to do. And then that's where they butted heads.
Mm-hmm.
With a name like Sinestro, there's like, it's like, you know, what you name your kids matters. With a name like Sinestro, how could you not be the villain? Your name,
Yeah, like my cousin Douchebaggio.
that kid's gonna grow up messed up.
I can't defend the writers of like the 60s when they were trying to make someone look bad. They even make him look like a little demon, but it doesn't change the fact that he's still the greatest Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one of the coolest things about the Lanterns is that you can look like anything. You can be of basically any species as long as you're sentient and have great willpower. You can wield the ring.
Like Chip.
Chip.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
This is just Arsenal says Kilowog could also get some credit for being the Justice League International's tech guy and inventing the Rocket Reds. That's
There you
true.
go. I'm gonna go with Kilowog
All right.
for reasons like, oh yeah, I know, I like that one that Cucumber said about him not using constructs and just using the
Power.
energy because the constructs are stupid. So I'm gonna go with that.
You piece of
The
shit.
punch. There's so.
That kind of makes the Lantern silly.
How's that silly?
It's silly. So I like Kilowog.
Is your
'cause he doesn't
shit?
use
What's
them.
wrong with rings?
I don't know. I just don't like them. Don't tell me how to feel.
So many people with the Green Lantern ring will just make a bigger fist, which
Yeah,
just
exactly.
seems super stupid.
You tell him,
You don't
Corey.
make anything
So
your
many?
way.
That's like two. That's like Hal and that's maybe Guy. Like that's their style. But yeah, no, most of them don't actually do that. Thank
Yeah.
you. Pick up a comic. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, Kyle kind of did in the beginning.
Yeah, but Kyle's extra creative because he's all artistic. We'll get to him.
Yeah, we,
Yeah, we're getting to him. Okay, I will put this one out. We have Sinestro winning 76%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now you get to argue about Kyle.
I will
So
roll.
it's Kyle Rayner versus Rotlop Fan.
Rotlot fan is in there for Cole. It's Cole's favorite.
oh, nope. And I rolled a 20.
Oh,
Look at
look
that
at
nice-
his head.
You say, look at his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
All
wrong with his
right.
head?
So I get to go, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So Kyle is the lantern that saves the Green Lantern Corps. So Hal Jordan turns evil, Parallax subdues his heart, and then he kills everyone. So a Guardian finds Kyle and gives him the ring. That moment will stick with Kyle forever because Kyle doesn't think he's actually worthy. So he overcomes that constantly throughout his character arc of like, well, was I really chosen or was I just some dude in an alley? And being able to do that is amazing. He was able to, through his artistic background, make some of the most creative constructs chunk. That is like the coolest thing ever. You'll see so intricate, like nothing is just made. There is so much detail. He joins the Justice League and he works with Wally West, one of the coolest dynamic duos to work in DC. The other guy didn't know sound and color existed until the ring showed up, and that's his story.
No, because he still doesn't really understand. He still doesn't understand light or anything visual. So the whole thing is that they had to try to explain, and they were like, what is the most comforting, beautiful sound? He imagined it, and it was, he described it like something in the F-sharp range. And so then he was able to visualize.
Cool one shot, actual story. One shot, actual story.
F-sharp
Wait,
bell. He has.
what's the-
He
it's a
is. Huh?
What's an F-sharp bell?
He's granted the power of the F-sharp bell because he comes from a planet with no light. So he has no concept of what a Green Lantern would be, right? Because it's all light constructs and color. So he doesn't know what a color is. He doesn't know what a light is. So yeah, he has to think and function through sound. So the Green Lantern technology, the Green Lantern Corps, adjusts itself because it couldn't provide a translation of light to him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, stay with me, Jon. Yeah. So because it's the F-sharp bell.
Quite literally a bell that rings an F-sharp.
Yeah, and
well,
then
not quite
there's
literally.
a woman that shows up and yells shame every time. Like, ding,
Get outta here.
shame. Ding, shame.
No, and so the ring looks
flat.
like, instead of the lantern image, it's a little bell shape, and on his chest, it's a little bell shape instead of lantern. It's just a few different lines, that's all. I mean, I'm not defending him because really I just put him in there to fuck with Cole because I'm all about Kyle Rayner.
Thank you.
This guy's head is weird, and I don't like this whole F-sharp thing. So I'm gonna go with Kyle because it reminds me of the
Yeah.
White Power Ranger, and he's my favorite Power Ranger.
Yeah, we were talking about OP earlier, and that is Kyle Rayner to a T. So not only is he the most creative Green Lantern as far as his constructs are concerned, he's also been Ion. He's also been like
His
the
Ion run
naturally.
was so cool.
Yeah, I love him as Ion. And then there's also his version of White Lantern is him actually wielding all of the colors at once instead of it being a White Lantern ring. So like no one had up till that point successfully been able to do that for more than a couple seconds. So he got to be like a super badass there. Also, his White Lantern costume was pretty dope. It's better than his old mask. Hate to say it, but for an artist, his mask looked like shit for a long time.
His new Green Lantern look is also a lot cooler than his original 90s style or 2000 style. Like, I love Kyle's Green Lantern aesthetic.
Yeah. I like his new look a lot better. It's the half mask is all chunky. It was weird.
Yeah.
What?
Not you.
chunky. Okay. Get in your votes. We are pretty well.
Nobody voted for Rob Pop.
Nobody.
Good.
Is it
There's
closed?
a reason.
Is it closed?
People don't like music, apparently.
Did you close
We're
it?
gonna
I
let him
haven't yet.
die. What?
Okay,
Not
well.
yet. I don't want him to die without like a
Corey, you
vote.
can't vote.
No, you know what?
I want him to have one vote. He's adorable. Okay.
He's not
Wait.
adorable.
We just agreed.
He's gonna lose.
just-
I just want him to have one.
Pity vote.
Yeah.
Pity vote.
Yeah.
Corey.
Whenever Ryan's losing, we throw him a bone.
Ah, fair.
The same thing.
We do?
Huh?
I mean, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Wait now.
Okay. Okay.
thought
Close
that
it
counted.
now. Close it. Close it. Close it.
Hey, Sharp Death.
Fight the Good Fight also dropped in at number 2.
Ooh.
All right. Finishing the poll. Oh. Kiri got her vote in there too.
Ember Mom voted for Rodlop Fan.
Oh man, I'm just expecting like suddenly just outpouring of votes so they win just because like I don't want one vote.
Wait, whose mom?
Huh?
Whose mom's in the chat?
Corey's mom.
Oh.
Mama Corey.
Do we have to watch our language?
No.
She's watched several times worse not being polite. All right. Closing the poll.
Polite.
Wow.
Polite? You're not polite. I think I'm plenty polite, even if
Yeah.
I'm saying fuck. I'm still nice to people.
Yeah, just it's because
I
we're
can
not
say
nice to
fuck,
him.
but I'm nice about it.
Yeah. I'm a fucking delight.
Awesome.
So Mom and I've been binge watching The Good Place. We just watched the last
Oh.
episode and both made us like cry. It was bad.
Fight the Good
I
Fight says,
love
I
that
can't
show.
believe I found this channel. This is fucking amazing. Oh, you haven't even seen
Hey,
anything
yeah,
yet.
welcome. This is just us sitting and chatting. We also play D&D. Later tonight, we're gonna do some script reading, some old radio shows and stuff.
Yeah, come back tonight. It's fun.
Yeah, join the Discord. See what we're up to. We got lots of crap that we do all the time.
Yeah.
And by crap, I mean wonderful, beautiful entertainment.
Yeah.
All right. Next round. We are now in the 4 brackets of the second round of fighting.
Yes.
So it is Chip versus Larfleeze.
How is this? How? How?
I got a 12. I got a 12.
17.
Let's just
I
say
got
I'm
a seven.
enjoying. I'm enjoying to just like freak out 6. Chip, hooray!
Who's going?
I think it's Chunk.
Oh, it's me? Oh,
Got it.
I'm going for the Lars guy.
The
'Cause
Lars
that
guy.
chip- yeah.
Larfleeze.
Larfleeze. Because, yeah, man, just because of the Superman thing. Because that's messed up. Nobody messes with Superman.
Apparently they do, and quite successfully, which is why my
you know,
vote is still for Chip.
Somebody just wrote it in a comic book. Doesn't make it real.
Wait.
Yeah, so Superman,
I'm
not
gonna
real.
buy it.
Good luck, bud.
I'm not gonna buy it.
Uh-huh.
Superman's better than that.
So you're only going to read the stories where Superman wins,
Yes.
which is now illuminating you to how many times Superman loses.
No. He wins. most
So
of the
I'm going to
time.
vote for Chip because, like I said before, he turned Superman into a vegetable. A vegetable. None of the other Lanterns could take Superman down, and Chip flew up and is like, "Hey, guess what? I'm going to separate the cells in your brain, you Kryptonian fuck," and just took him down. That's not verbatim, of course.
I wish it would be. That would be great.
I would definitely read that. That'll be the next like all-star if they ever get like Frank Miller back to do one of those. I want a dark, gritty Chip story.
Oh,
would
he
be
had one.
great.
It was Infinite Crisis.
Oh, that's true. Oh
Where his
man,
best friend got with his wife and he's dead.
they're rodents. They'll make up for it.
Oh, okay. Oh, gross.
Arsenal says I can't vote for a lantern that died getting hit by a car. Did that happen?
Is that how he went down? Is that how he died?
Oh, jeez.
Was he a
definitely
roadkill?
not.
Cole, answer me. I don't know. Was this a joke?
I thought it was a joke.
I know he died, but I don't remember how.
I don't know the true story, but it's not now. It's forever got hit by a
I
car.
really hope it's true. And I hope he
I hope
suffered.
it's immediately after shutting down Superman, so that Superman never recovered and just became, a bench in a park for everybody else.
Arsenal says he
man.
was roadkill.
Oh
There you
god.
go.
That's
my
so
God.
sad.
Oh yeah,
I-
hit and struck by a yellow truck.
Well, then my vote still goes to Chip for such a tragic ending.
Stupid.
Because
Well,
the
gone too
Green
soon.
Lanterns
destruction of
can't
the Central
function against
Highway on
yellow.
Mosaic World.
Stupid.
Oh, there's
That's why
there's even a
Mark is
picture
better.
of it. It's just two big headlights, and he's in the road, and
Red Rumkey says, what are the arguments for Larfreeze?
Okay, I'll make one up.
No, I can do this.
Okay, go for it, Cole. Go
All
for
right.
it.
LaFreeze has a whole Christmas special about trying to find Santa because he wants things. I said this the last round, but it's so important. I'm saying it again. He tries to kidnap Santa Claus because he wants something so bad that he actually goes to the North Pole and he's like, "Where's Santa?" on Christmas.
So he's a moron.
This is not Nightmare Before Christmas?
You're the one who
You
voted for him
confusing it?
last time.
Yeah, for real reasons.
I want to go back to the whole what the Green Lanterns can power up their rings to 100%. Larfleeze can power his up to 100,000%.
Yeah.
That's
is
not
that
possible.
in physics?
Isn't that just
Supercharged
100% of what you can do it?
How far can you zoom in, Chunk?
To what?
I'm just saying, in general, you can generally zoom in past 120%. Clearly, you can go above 100% in lots of arenas. So there's a general capacity, and then you can overload it. Rings, much the same way. Blue lanterns can overcharge green rings. It's a thing.
Yes.
Whatever, shiny rock, make guy fall down, go boom. That's your hero. Oh no, red one makes me swell funny. Well, this one makes me a child. It's fucking stupid, Superman.
All right.
A bald guy makes me sad.
I hate you so much.
Oh man, how is Chip winning? Okay,
Is it winning?
Because your argument for Larfleeze was he tried to kidnap Santa. Wasn't that stupid?
Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay,
your
here's the thing.
fault. It's your fault. He's
How is
losing.
this my fault? I
Because
did
you
all
made a
the
stupid
reasoning
argument,
in the
that's
first
why.
place.
Argue for Larfleeze.
Like,
For
okay, the
him.
thing- okay, he is
Try again.
constantly checking. So all he does is take things. If you like someone who just constantly is going to be like mine, 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 he's your person.
Again, that's not helpful.
You're voting for someone who was killed by a truck.
Yes, but also took down a Titan.
No, that.
How about for Larfleeze?
Yeah, we're looking for
so
arguments for
he's-
him.
So it's the whole Gollum and the Precious thing, right? And what the whole Twin Towers was? What's his name? What's his actual name?
Smeagol.
Smeagol. Yes, the whole Schmeagol
Schmeagol.
yeah, whole Schmeagol thing. Yeah.
No.
I hate all of you for the record.
It's Smeagol.
Oh god.
All right. I think we're good here. Chip
We
is
did.
winning.
Woohoo!
How is Chip? Like, I understand that.
Chip for the win.
He's going
Because
to
you
win.
made terrible arguments, that's why.
Yeah, I like that. Every
established that.
argument you tried to make in favor of Larfleeze just pointed out how much he sucks.
Where were you guys before when you were
You're not-
voting for Love Freeze?
That's when I was
Last
on the
round.
side of Larfleeze. Why am I going to give you ammunition to topple my hero?
Chip is your hero?
Right now, yeah. In this lineup, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Next round. Indigo 1 versus Carol Ferris.
Oh.
Wait, let's just
All right,
care
let's
for Is
roll
the
it.
purple? Is she the purple, the violet girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I got 14.
Oh.
Well,
I got a 19.
Oh, I gotta roll.
I got an 8.
13.
That's like
Oh,
a
it's me,
cucumber.
huh? Okay. I'm gonna go for
You can do this.
Carol Ferris. Carol Ferris.
So much conviction.
Yeah, Violet Lantern. Give me that love power. But yeah, I think to your what you were saying earlier is like it's not just the fact that she's a very powerful lantern, head of a squad of very powerful lanterns who can entrap and otherwise change the hearts of of anyone they come across. She is also a very formidable, just badass boss lady out in the real life. She runs Ferris Aircraft, good friends with Hal. You know, she takes care of lots of people, both by saving their lives and filling their paychecks. So I think she's a pretty interesting character.
Sharp Stuff says, making voting decisions based on Wikipedia speed reads is a thrill, let me tell you. Well, she's trying way harder than I am.
Yup. Is Corey muted or did she just silently laugh? How do you do that?
So, no, I'm on my laptop. It's just weird sometimes. Okay.
So both of these ladies are on the same side of the color wheel, so I can't argue the color thing. And I don't want to get yelled
You'd
at
be
again.
like, it's prettier. So
I don't want to get yelled at again. So, but I do like I like the look of this the Indigo person. She looks pretty cool. She looks like she could do cool stuff. That's it.
Wow. I'm going Carol Ferris. I know it's compassion versus love right now, and we definitely need compassion, but don't we need a little bit more love in the world? Like, that's what I'm going.
Do we not need any more compassion?
I'm digging deep here. I don't like. Cucumber took all my points. Yeah, but I'm on your side, Cucumber. So it's definitely Carol Ferris. That's what I'm voting for.
Ooh, chat's starting to split a little bit. Seeing a couple for Indigo.
It's because I spoke. I 100% was like, boom, boom, boom.
It's because I made a good argument.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
exactly
she has a
what it
staff. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Yeah, the
staff.
Indigo Tribe staffs are all pretty sweet. I like that rustic look.
So again,
And they got tattoos.
yes. So they have
Or-
tattoos of the Indigo Tribe. So again, Indigo is really cool because she was kind of a badass psychopath, then turned just, compassionate leader. She's the first one, and even when she lost the power of the Indigo Ring, she was able. It had changed her. She did become more compassionate. She to the point of she wanted that power back because she understood how psychopathic she was. Yeah.
Well, it was also the DC equivalent of a Babelfish. It allowed them to understand all languages and speak all languages while they were compassionate.
It's pronounced
Compassionate.
Babel. Happen.
No, Babel. I'm quoting Hitchhiker's Guide.
True.
I like Sharpstiff's argument. Yeah, but Carol has these old school mom genes. Support your past.
Hey!
Fair. All right. Yeah. I think Carol also wins this round pretty strongly. So she'll be
You
moving.
look so much cooler than Carol.
Okay. Next up, we have Jon Stewart versus Jessica Cruz.
Oh,
Oh, this is another hard one.
Oh, gotta roll.
all in
13.
10.
7.
Well, because that gets a call.
Okay. All right. So this one's tough. I really love Jessica Cruz's stories, but I can't go against Jon Stewart. When I think of Green Lantern, it's the top two is Hal Jordan and then Jon Stewart. Like, I can't think of any other Green Lantern in terms of being the best. He will always stand up for what's right. He told off Batman without thinking twice. When Hal Jordan came back in Rebirth, Batman was like, "We can't trust him. He killed it. Don't you anyone remember? He killed everyone. We had to fight against him last time." And then Jon Stewart just lit into Batman, and no one does that. He's also the first Black DC character ever. Like, that is huge. So I have to go Jon Stewart. I even though it hurts me to go against Jessica Cruz, I have to go Jon Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta agree. I think he has the benefit of a longer character track record, so he's gotten more interesting stories to back up how cool he is and his decision making and complete fearlessness in the face of not just the enemies but the peers, which I think is important, right? Because one of the main problems with the Green Lantern Corps is the fact that they function very militaristically, where it's just like, you follow the orders even if you feel they're wrong. And Jon Stewart is the first one to speak up against that, which I think is one of my favorite things about him.
I'm gonna go back with Miss Cruz here again for same reasons as before, and also because what did Cole pick? Oh, the other one. So I'm gonna go with whatever Cole doesn't pick from now on. So that's what I'm going.
Come.
I don't want to end up in your team.
So yeah, Jessica, it's representation of very cool kind. She is Latinx, and she's the one that is just so plagued by anxiety, right? That's Jessica. Yeah. I think
Story
so
arc
many
wise.
people. Yeah, so many people understand that and how much willpower you need to be able to overcome that constant anxiety. I'm gonna go for Jessica's because I think we all really, really relate to her.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. Well, it's time to move up.
Marcel Roy said he stood up to Hal, but really, who hasn't?
Yeah, but Sylvian pointed up he also stood up to Soups, which is that's good. But I also feel like Superman is less likely to punch you back immediately than Batman
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because he's a nice guy.
Right.
Is he not?
What? Depends who's writing them. I'm pretty sure there's a whole
Like a horse?
Injustice series that proves against that.
He's just so OP. I just so don't like him.
She also gets to wear the
Superman-
Phantom Ring.
Superman's amazing in Justice League where he's with other heroes, but by himself, it's like cool.
Fight the Good Fight says, I'm sorry, but Superman sucks.
Fight the good fight's no longer welcome. Go find other felted friends on a different channel.
Nope, stay forever. Stay forever. Have a seat.
But also stay forever.
One of my favorite Jon Stewart moments was when he was standing up. Like I think it was in Blackest Night where he stood up and he's like, "I'm not alone," and his entire ex-Marine Corps unit was behind him. It was like a 2-page spread. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Because there was no words and you have to read them.
Yeah, but just the fact to have all
don't
of that
need it.
willpower, but without a whole Marine Corps behind her.
Hey, Karis, thanks for gifting that sub.
Oh, yeah, thank you for that.
What up?
I think this one's just about donezo.
Yeah.
I like Jessica.
Yeah. I mean, there's no
No,
argument
she's
here. I like
cool.
everybody on this list. That's the hard thing.
Thank you for the shared reward.
Yeah. Oh man. Reed also mentioned. I think it was Reed earlier. He was mentioning that. Yeah. There's tons of lanterns not on here that he would put above all these. I think that's the other fun thing about the Lantern universe is like there is a favorite for you waiting out there in the lore. They've got the members are so varied and interesting. Like you can always find your favorite. You don't know. You can't shrug that off. Read one. All right. Whatever.
Okay. Ending that poll. Jon Stewart moving on. Okay. Next is Sinestro versus Kyle Rayner.
Oh no.
What happens in the comics?
They got a 7.
Oh.
19.
Ooh, 17.
Who?
That's a good question, Reed. Maybe that's why he keeps making a point about
do know how to
looking at the
read.
pictures.
I'm reading your stupid comments right now. I'm so angry.
Yeah. I see somebody about that.
It's just picking on me. Why don't we all just pick
Who's-
on Cole? I
Well, we
this is-
are.
I thought this is what we're gonna do, but then it loops. It every once in a while loops back around to me, and I'm not prepared for it.
That's because you keep shitting on Green Lantern when you don't know what you're talking about. You're just asking for it.
I don't have to like it.
But you don't know enough to not like it.
But I know enough to not want to know more to like it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying, if you can like something like Space Boy, where the question is what's his flavor, I think you can very much enjoy something like Green Lantern.
Hey, some of us can connect with the synesthesia thing, and it's just it speaks to you.
Yeah.
Synesthesia,
So now-
where it's visual and taste, isn't it?
Well,
That's
it's
you
anytime
mix
the senses
any-
are crossed like
Right. So
which is why
what
I think
the two that are crossed. Is it visual and taste? If it's a flavor thing, is it?
It depends. Oh, on Space Boy?
Yeah. If
Yeah, it's
what-
visual and taste.
Okay.
yeah. But I feel like for you, you'd appreciate that because it's like emotion and color. I feel like there's a parallel there, Chunk.
Hmm.
Maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Let's just play the fucking game.
Was I highest? I had 19.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're killing time for you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was enjoying the conversation. All right. Oh man, this is hard though, because you have the greatest Green Lantern versus the one that saved the Green Lantern Corps. I'm gonna have to go Kyle here, even though it really hurts me. I feel like Sinestro would be able to, like, since he does have that messed up viewpoint, beat Kyle one-on-one. But Kyle was Ion. Kyle was the sole Green Lantern when no one else was. He brought Hal Jordan back, so he's always going to have my vote for that. Brought him back. And then he basically was the true Lantern and became the White Lantern, based like the Arthurian legend, but for the Green Lantern Corps stories. So I'm going Kyle.
I'm gonna go Sinestro.
What?
That's right. I'm doing it.
Oh,
I'm gonna go Sinestro because he has a lot, like you say, in one-on-one, one character against the other. Sinestro would beat Kyle Rayner to the ground because he would stop at nothing to obtain his goal, and he's always been that way.
yeah.
When the Green Lanterns got in his way, created the Yellow Lanterns. When the other Spectrums got in the way, wiped them down too. Like when the Owens happen, he spits in their faces. He's hardcore. He's not a great person, but he is effective. So I just feel like he is he's a fascinating character because like a lot of his stuff is just very misguided, right? Because he loved
He's
his
incredibly
people.
flawed.
Yeah, incredibly flawed. He loved his people, but he also dominated his people because he loved them so much. He's got
Let me rule you.
he's got a super rad daughter that someone mentioned in the chat. He's got a I don't know.
Yes, that's definitely what someone mentioned. He had a daughter. Yeah.
And
That was
then
not quite the whole thing, but
the
Nah.
argument for that I didn't use that he wanted me to use. Sinestro just has more reason to want to punch Kyle in the face for that argument. He slept with Sinestro's daughter.
Yeah, who is also a badass Green Lantern in her own
Oh,
right. She
she
was
is
almost
awesome.
on the list. I bumped her off for Kilowog. Sorry about it.
Oh man, the only moment Sinestro showed true compassion was when Mongol showed up and conquered, and then he had to defeat Mongol because Mongol was using the Yellow Lantern rings as well. So that was pretty cool, but just Kyle was the White Lantern. He was the strongest of it all. He even like for future White Lanterns made a list like, hey, when you wield this is things you may need to know, because he knew when he was a Green Lantern he had to learn things on the fly. It's a lot harder. So hey, here's the checklist. I got you. I just Corey, where are you at with this?
So with Sinestro, he created the Yellow Lanterns, but he definitely didn't create them to be a bunch of villains. And when he found out that all these other Yellow Lanterns were becoming villains, he didn't even wipe them out and was like, nope, not doing that, and like started it over.
So Corey, what I'm hearing is if I say something, you go the complete opposite. That's what's happening. Okay, I mean, yeah, he did, but like the ones that went
Just
evil,
speaking
like
to
they
his
went
power level, I guess.
yeah, he
Over 9,000.
man. Did we lose Chunks? Is like I'm out. I'm
I'm
done. Over 9,000? Nope.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
called it. calling
I had
it?
something and then I lost it.
Oh. All right.
Oh, yeah, I found it. Okay, so my thing with Kyle is I feel like it's so easy for a character to be the chosen one over and over and over
come
again.
on,
How
come on.
convenient. Oh, look, here, let's just give you the power of Ion. Oh, hey, look, here, just be a white lantern for us real quick. Oh, it's okay that you know that it's coming, so you have all this time to prepare. Here, enjoy, have fun, kid.
He literally, like, when he got Ion, he learned how to create the Green Lantern Corps and taught them. He with the ring duplication system. Like, he 100% is the reason the Corps exists. It's not convenient. It's like destiny.
I thought Hal was the reason the Green Lantern Corps exists.
For the human.
Nah.
I mean, originally
He was the first human. Yeah, he was our ticket in the gate. He was our...
So he is the comic book. Like the Corps exists because of the book. But in terms of lore, it was there. He killed them all, and then Kyle was like, being the last one, was like, I'll bring them back. And he went across the galaxy, and then he found chosen Green Lanterns. It was actually a cool run with him going to each planet and then bestowing the ring to a select chosen one.
Yep. I'm tapped. I like both these characters. That's hard.
Yeah, that's the same. I love Sinestro too.
Chunk, which one do you want to win? Which one?
I'm gonna go with Sinestro because he looks angrier and cooler.
And he's
Definitely
got
angrier.
the biggest forehead in the galaxy.
There you go.
And the coolest mustache. I used to draw Sinestro a lot because I like his mustache
Yeah,
so much.
my favorite quality of cucumbers is his giant ass forehead, so I'm gonna go with this one as well.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
It's a big target.
All right. I think I will
What?
close the gate there. Kyle Rayner in the lead. Okay. So, starting back up. Now we are on the second to final bracket. Chip versus Carol Ferris.
Oh, come on. Carol doesn't stand a chance.
Carol's the violet girl. Oh,
I got 7 again. Third time in a row.
oh,
I got 10.
Jeez.
3.
Did I get the highest?
No, I got
think so.
18.
Oh,
Oh,
it's all Ryan.
Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the squirrel too. And purely it's just the.
This is happening. This is gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean it's his whole kind of story in the Infinite Crisis where he kind of what is it? He loses he has to go through this whole process of losing his wife after like completing his mission because the story of the timelines were rewritten and his wife is now married to someone else and
His best friend, no less.
yeah, his best friend was now his ex-wife's or no longer wife's husband, and like it's such a more, I don't know, it seems to me a more moving kind of like emotional arc for him to go through. To just have his entire world ripped apart from after saving the day.
Carol Ferris could have been the one behind the truck that killed him. Like, I just don't get how you guys are rooting for this squirrel because he did one moment with Superman and he had a sad moment in a squirrel world. Like,
Have you seen the little squirrel with the little mask? It's real cute and tiny.
It's real
It's
cute.
a fluffy tail. He like runs around. He's got a little mask.
And
even-
those squirrel people are people. Are you saying those sentient squirrels are less than
what
people?
I'm saying is Carol Ferris runs a business, was originally a villain who turned good, is a capable pilot, capable, like a beyond capable businesswoman. She is literally the only thing that saves Hal when he does something stupid. And everyone's going for the cute, squishy squirrel.
As much as I hate the fact that he messed up Superman, He's the only Green Lantern to be able to do that, and that's a lot. That says a lot about
He's
him.
not the only Green Lantern that can do that. He's the only one that decided to do that.
Well, the only one that had the balls to do it.
Yeah.
So
Thought outside the box.
Yeah,
He was in
so-
heat. They were swinging when you
Yeah.
won.
Oh my god!
So yeah, I changed my mind. I like this. I like this Chip guy.
What is happening?
I love this so much. Dead Austin Gamer says, I'm gonna go say Guy Gardner. No, he got eliminated a while back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't last long.
He said bra too much.
I thought also Hal was gone first round, so who knows?
He was, and that hurt my heart. Like that's when I didn't know what was going to occur. Chip beat him. Ugh. What is happening?
Chip's gonna clean sweep this whole game.
He might.
There,
It's
no,
the internet.
no.
Yep. You see, Chip and I both also enjoy walnuts, so I think that's another great reason to vote for Chip.
Beautiful.
What?
Right. Get those votes in there.
Oh.
I wish I did a run for the guy
on.
conversation.
How?
How?
I do like Carol because she's all about love. I mean, right? It's love and it's the whole like
Yes.
meaning for love in the world. Absolutely.
Uh-huh. But she is not an adorable squirrel person.
No, she's not.
That's true.
No.
No, it would
Not
be
even
weird
close.
if Hal was in love with a squirrel person. I think.
What's wrong with that?
Or it would be the best arc ever.
Oh my god! We probably should have thrown in Mogo into this. I thought that was too weird, but apparently the squirrel is killing it.
I wanted to put Mogo. I love Mogo. Hey, he's more powerful than you think. He's the one who gets to direct those rings where to go. He houses people.
Yeah,
He's
no,
super cool.
I get it, but I thought it was too out there. I didn't think the squirrel, he wasn't even like a major character. Chip
Yeah.
shows up so he can die.
Bzzzt almost made the list.
Oh,
What is buzzed?
Bzzzt is he's like a wasp-like creature. He's a Green Lantern with a stinger. He's the best.
They were kind of on the nose with the name.
Like Chip.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Oh man, how? Every time I look down at the polling, I'm like, how?
Hal?
Arsenal Roy 2K, Alan Scott was not on this list by design just because we were going for like core members of the various spectrums. So I do love
Chip
Alan
got
Scott,
on?
but
He
he's
was
not
a
here.
core member?
No, like Lantern Core, like
Yeah,
various Lantern Cores. So Alan Scott predates the Lantern Cores.
yeah. Alan Scott's actually the first Green Lantern,
But he's magic, not tech. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Magic.
and he's part of a society, not a core.
Yes, Sinestro was and is still. Nope, Sinestro
No,
just
he
got
lost.
eliminated. Yeah.
He fought to the very end.
Not the very most the end. Almost the end.
All right. So that is passing on with Chip.
How? Oh my
And-
god! I will not. I'm still I will forever be confused by this.
This is the internet.
Oh, Nort! Oh, that's
They only had 16 slots, people.
Yeah.
Nort would have taken down Chip because he's an adorable dog.
Oh my god.
Yeah, otherwise
there's-
it'd be like a 6-hour show.
Yeah.
But then you had to have the cat inclusion in there too, because I'd be voting for the cat.
Dexter!
Yeah.
Yes!
So
It would have. Yeah. I love
So
Dexter.
next time we can do best animal
Best
superhero.
B and C characters or something.
fair.
Oh, you mean like the D character Chip that's like killing this list right now?
Apparently, he's not such a D character, huh?
He is such a D character!
All right.
Oh,
Our final in this epic battle before the very, very, very final round: Jon Stewart versus Kyle Rayner.
Oh no.
I don't want to vote. I don't want to vote.
You have to roll for initiative.
6.
9.
1.
14. 14. It's me.
Yep.
Oh.
It's you.
These are quite literally my two favorite Green Lanterns.
Oh no.
This is so hard. Shit.
Stewart got that hot girl tail.
Yeah, I gotta go with Jon Stewart because I feel like he takes on more responsibilities than Kyle does, despite his his as you put it, his Arthurian status in the world, he's still very Green Lantern only centric, whereas Jon Stewart balances his focus with the Justice League, so he's dealing with way more shit and handling it with grace and a cool head, except for when he's pissed, but even then he handles himself very well.
Yeah. Like, Jon Stewart, when Kyle was the Green Lantern and he was learning the ropes, Jon Stewart showed him what to do. He was, even without a ring, he was still able to help a Green Lantern. Like, Jon Stewart is Green Lantern. There's a reason why in the early 2000s, when they were like going through the list of which Green Lantern to pick, they went Jon Stewart. He is so perfect for a Green Lantern. He is what, if you think Green Lantern, you think Jon Stewart. Since Hal Jordan's apparently not available. Mother monsters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know enough about them individually to have like a specific.
Okay, well, we can go with the
Like
costumes.
this,
Jon
you do it
Stewart
like
is
this.
black and green, and it looks cool with the green gauntlets. He doesn't even need a mask because that's how cool he is. His eyes glow green. Kyle is like black and green, but it's got like this weird, like tiny, like you can barely tell he's a Green Lantern. Whereas Jon is proudly like right there.
So Jon Stewart was the architect, which is really cool for a Green Lantern to be an architect, to understand the structural nature of things,
Agreed.
to be able to construct them. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No, agreed. Yeah, his constructs are definitely my favorite as far
Oh,
as.
they're so detailed. And it's precise. Like, there's nothing there on accident. It's always done like, oh, this is falling, the correct angle to support.
Yeah, he's the measure twice, cut once lantern, as opposed to some of the other guys who are going to exhaust their power trying to figure it out.
He one of his number one overall arcs is he was arrogant when he was younger, and he thought he could save a world, and it blew up, which is kind of why he quit. He failed so hard, he didn't think he deserved the ring anymore, so he quit. And then when he got the ring back, it took such a huge burden with it that he, like Cucumber said, measured twice before he cut, because he understood the importance and the responsibility behind the greatest power in the universe, more powerful than a guy in a red cape flying around. So
Does he still?
All
Does
right.
Jon not actually wear a ring?
no, he
has
wears
like
a ring.
He wears a ring.
Because I'm looking at one here. It's, unlike other Green Lanterns, Jon doesn't wear a physical Green Lantern following an attack from the Legion of Doom and a confrontation with Sinestro. Jon has a Green Lantern symbol branded on his finger, and his body is the power ring.
That is from an arc that I have not read.
I know there was a time where Hal helped him and he could shoot green beams from his hand, but that was when he was helping Kyle, especially when a huntress from the world that Jon Stewart couldn't save, and she was killing every Green Lantern because of that. He was able to blast her, and that's when he discovered that he had some willpower inside him. But I believe he still has a ring, but now...
The chat says correct. New development.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you're wrong about everything,
We're just outdated. That's all.
including your Superman jabs.
Nah, those are pretty accurate.
Shut up. I don't know where you are. I don't know where
Down,
you are.
down,
Down.
down. There.
My screen looks like you're just yelling at Ryan.
This is normal.
That's about right, guys. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that takes it. 20 to 80% Jon Stewart moving on.
Sweet.
Right.
Oh dear.
Oh, no.
The final bracket.
How? I swear to God.
Chip versus Jon Stewart.
Let's roll it. 9.
12.
5.
11.
6.
So it's me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. If you vote for the squirrel instead of Jon Stewart, who is the embodiment of the Green Lantern Corps, he is the moral compass. He is he's incredibly strong. He's stronger than Chip. If those two went head to head, Chip would lose. Even though Chip apparently cheats with the whole brain thing of Superman, Like, Jon, no, I wasn't ready for Chip to make it this far.
I have enjoyed how far Chip has made it in this battle just because of how much he's antagonized Cole, but I'm abandoning him now and forever for Jon Stewart, because come on, it's Jon Stewart. Yeah, no. Sorry,
There's
Chip.
some logic.
You're cute, but someone said earlier in the chat, and this I remember this, was that Batman has said Jon Stewart is second only to Batman himself as far as being a tactician. He is easily now the second smartest member of the Justice League. The dude is crazy smart, crazy powerful, and yeah, he's a great mentor to lots of folks. A little serious at times, but he's a good guy.
But it's needed. It's needed. The seriousness is needed. He's not just being serious because someone has to be the serious guy. It's one of those moments where it's like, nope, someone needs to be level-headed here. This is a decision that needs to be made. Whether you think it's right or wrong doesn't matter, because on the moral compass, this is the decision to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that being that I hate all Green Lantern stuff, and this means nothing to me. I'm gonna go with the squirrel.
Come on! You're only doing this to be funny, you monster. Oh,
How I live my life. Don't judge me. You do for your reasons, I do for mine. Squirrel all the way.
This should not be this close. The poll should not be this close.
Yes.
I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
We're gonna win.
Come on, Jon Stewart. Come on,
Number
Jon
I would
one.
vote for
You
Jon
got this.
Stewart just
Number
for
one.
the architectural background that he
Number
has.
one.
Yeah. 2-2-2. 2-2-2.
On one
Number one. Oh, we're 50%.
dynamic background. On
Number
the
one.
other hand, squirrel in cute costume.
It's
You
true.
guys can do
Yeah,
it.
It's
You guys
very
can.
hard
You guys.
vote. It's so hard.
Corey, no!
We can take Cucumber and
He
Cole
was
down.
posing the
Come on.
argument.
I mean, I understand the debate. I understand what the chat is going through. The dilemma.
The reward is not a plush of the character. Like it.
The reward is the satisfaction that you guys were correct. So vote number one for the squirrel, and you can live with yourself.
Cole's gonna die. Oh my god.
No. Come on, guys.
Vote
No!
for
Chunk.
Chunk.
No!
Vote for
No.
Chunk.
Chip is
will love you
literally
all
just
forever.
a small character that they threw in just to fill like space. Like, look at all the different lanterns. Jon Stewart is important. Jon Stewart is the reason that there's a core member on the Justice League. Like, no. Cucumber, help.
But it's
I am.
squirrel.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. Jon Stewart is like, no, don't do this. Don't do this.
No.
50-50.
Oh my God.
You guys, you can do it. You can turn this around and let the poor unrepresented squirrel population get their chance.
Chip is a wannabe Rocket Raccoon. He
Yeah.
was literally made because Rocket Raccoon was so cool. They're like, oh, we gotta have our own. He's a copy. He's not even the original. Jon Stewart's the original.
I only put him on the list to make Cole and Chunk angry. He wasn't a real contender, guys.
He has no business being in this room.
I came around to the squirrel. He's my favorite.
No, Mars. Why,
no.
Mars? Come on.
Oh, no.
All right, Connie. Good. Keep it there.
You were right, Cucumber.
50-50.
There is one Green Lantern for everybody, and mine's the squirrel. And you know
God.
what? It's the chat squirrel too. You guys just go ahead and vote that number one. Let's make this
No,
happen.
you gotta vote too.
Vote.
Jon Stewart.
Vote with your heart.
And you cannot vote twice.
Which is the number one.
I think we just did. We break it.
We
Is
might have
it-
found the
Oh, thank God. Oh, you guys have me so nervous.
Should I?
So
No,
nervous.
don't
See
close
what-
it. You
I'm
guys gotta give it a
behind
little
you
more
guys.
time.
I don't see it till it happens.
Let's do it number one.
Oh,
I think
no.
people are trying to vote more than once. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, dummy Aussie gamer. Wait a second. People are bringing in second accounts now. What kind of horseshit?
Oh my God, I'm
Chip's still winning
sweating
now.
over here.
And let's
Chip has
close
got
it.
one extra vote.
Let's close it. Let's
Wait,
close it.
but dummy Aussie gamer and dead Aussie gamer.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't think that's.
Welcome to
fair.
30 seconds ago, Corey.
Wait,
Oh my God.
No.
Wait.
No.
Who's
It's time to
winning?
close. It's
Who's
time to
winning?
close. It's
Fight
time
the
to
good
close.
fight. Thank you.
It's time to close. Number one. Number
Oh my
one.
gosh.
Number
All right,
one.
I'm gonna close it.
Number
It's
one.
been open for
Number
5 minutes,
one.
so
Number
It's been open for
one.
5 minutes?
yeah.
Yep.
This has been the
Oh.
longest 5 minutes of my life. Who won?
Close.
I'm behind.
It's Chip, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I am so glad I was on today's show. I did not want to be on today's show. I was like, I know nothing about the Green Lanterns, but now I am glad I showed up. I made a difference.
My stupid ass plan backfired.
Chip, the squirrel
now-
that gets killed by a yellow car because he can't move out of the road
And
fast
you know-
enough, he really goes, oh!
You know what?
Should have argued harder, I guess, huh, Cole?
Now I have
argued as hard as I could.
one great thing about today is that now I have a favorite Green Lantern. I never thought the day would happen, but now I do.
Yeah, that's good, Chunk. That's growth. Yeah.
All right.
Was it worth it though?
Yeah,
Was this
totally.
very-
Absolutely. Today I grew. Today I learned something.
how?
Cucumber's been trying to get me to learn about Green Lanterns. Today I learned. Today I picked a favorite one.
I can't argue with you.
I
I'll take
blame the first round where Chip took down Hal for this whole thing because then it became like, oh, vote for the cute squirrel, make Cole go crazy.
You know
Like,
what?
I-
Who's to blame? Who's to blame? You and your stupid arguments. That's what it was. Remember when you made some of those and we're like, Cole, you gotta vote for. You can't. Yeah.
Like
What do you mean how you voted for yourselves? And I didn't know I was voting for myself at the time?
Hey, if you're ignorant about something, it's not my fault.
I didn't know we could vote for ourselves.
Well, we couldn't by the end of it, so it doesn't really
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
But even now, yeah.
That was only the first one, then we fixed it,
I just,
and then me the second time. But then it was fine.
I'm so sad right now. The Chip
Mission accomplished.
voted
Oh, the
The number
squirrel
one.
manatee.
Best
good.
Green Lantern.
If Warner Brothers Pictures HBO Green Lantern series stars Chip, I'm
Oh
going
my
to be looking
god,
at
that'd
you,
be so
Sean.
cool.
That'd be great.
No!
Is there like a series I can read where the squirrel stars, where he's like the main character?
I'll look one up for you. Yeah, I'm sure
you.
there's one.
Nice.
So now it's time for you all. Well, not quite time. He's prepping it, but soon you'll
ready.
be able to vote for whose arguments were your favorite. And for that, you can use your chat points. Your
You can
channel
also
points.
vote who you think is
Yeah.
the cutest, the most cuddliest, the most friendliest, most adorable.
You're gonna
And you
embarrass
go ahead
him.
and vote for
Stop.
me. And you can go ahead and vote for me.
All right. Opening up the Twitch poll.
I would suggest that anytime you're voting for something and the name Chunk is included, just go ahead and vote for that. You will not go wrong. Unless it's a negative thing. If they're like, who's the stupidest and it has Chunk, don't vote for me.
That would be
But
bad.
if it's a positive question, go ahead and vote Chunk.
What's a debator?
A debador?
Oh well.
It's fine.
Currently, Chunk is in the lead.
Of
Yeah.
course he is.
Can
Yeah,
we
of
buy-
course.
Chunk very much advocates for himself. So
I'm also curious if he clicks for himself.
No,
as
I'm
well.
not clicking for
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
I'm not-
right.
Oh yeah, the 62. That's not it.
And people are allowed to add channel points into this as voting, so it's a little
Yeah.
skewed, but it's popular
Ooh.
vote.
Cole's getting some love. Look at that Chunk drop off.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
of.
That's true. I would say that Cole has the most knowledge on this particular subject.
Yeah,
No, no,
but
Cucumber, you were up there with me.
Oh, thank you. I am a fan.
look at
Yeah.
this face.
So fight of the good
this thing?
fight the good fight. There's should be a drop down in your Twitch chat to
At the very top.
yeah.
Top of the
that.
just. Oh, come
Yeah,
on,
it,
votes.
it should
Come
say
on,
best
votes.
debator this week.
Cole.
Oh,
Oh,
look at
come
him
on.
go. Look at him go.
No, 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 no. You guys.
He has overtaken Chunk.
You guys.
Awesome.
It's still time. You can. There's still. We're only halfway there.
Chunk, how you're feeling right now is how I felt when everyone kept voting Chip. And I was like, what's happening? Oh, God, no. The world. Why?
Well, I mean, if you do end up winning,
fine.
It's
I
so
don't want to be
close.
part of this.
I'm sitting down here with 4%. I feel like I put in more effort than that shit. Come on, y'all.
4%. You're at 5%. 6%.
Oh, I'm sorry. When I said 4, I was at 4. But thank you for increasing that number, friend.
I'm at 3%.
Oh, man.
Keep on
It just-
going. Oh no, Cole's dropping.
Oh, no. Oh, it's because everyone's like feeling
Chunk.
bad. Hey, Chunk, if I lose to you, I'm okay with that. Because
Don't say that out loud.
You're voting for
Ladies
yourself,
and gentlemen, you heard him. Go ahead and just vote for me because he does not care if he wins. He has no investment in this.
I came here.
You don't want
to
the crown,
argue
bud?
about Green Lantern. I do want the crown. I would love the crown, especially since it's going to be the Green Lantern symbol. But if you think about it, since Chunk
don't think
is going
about
to
it.
be the crown, is going to be wearing a Green Lantern symbol.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's fine.
And
I have a
think
favorite
it should
Green
be
Lantern.
with Chip.
No,
You should
Ryan
totally
is the
take like you
cuddliest.
should crop a photo of you and Chip together, since it's the ones that broke my heart today.
That's a good idea. We'll do that. What else can I do to make you feel bad?
Let's see. What else can you do? I don't know. You kind of did a huge thing. All-time favorite superhero, Hal Jordan, killed in the first round by a squirrel.
Yes.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, reality bites. Huh?
Almost done. Cole is still in the lead.
Yeah,
and it's done.
Oh! By 37 points. You guys. You guys.
Oh, thank you,
Nicely
everyone.
done.
Look at that.
Oh, man,
You
this
win.
Now you have to join us next week.
Okay. Sorry, Chunk. You got me twice.
I don't even know if I opened my mouth when I said that.
My trigger
Oh,
finger was
man.
too strong. So many points wasted.
Wow.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for helping us decide that Chip was indeed the best lantern of the Lantern series.
Yes.
Yeah. Do I have to say that now?
I don't know if anybody's walking out of this feeling good.
No.
Oh,
No,
man.
but Cole has to decide what we're debating.
That's true. You have to pick the topic of next week, and you have to defend yourself. So
Sylvian says Chunk wins anyways. You're right. You know what? I win anyways. I have no responsibilities, so I think I'm okay with that. I don't have to think of a topic for next week.
Okay.
Now,
I can do this.
anything.
and go. And
Wait, right
go.
now?
Yes,
Yeah.
right now.
Right now, you have to
On the
decide
spot.
what our next topic we're going to debate.
What's on the is everything on the table?
Yes.
Literally
Anything.
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 I mean,
Star Wars.
definitely Star Wars. What?
What?
Like,
Best Star Wars character? Best
It
what?
has to be best something.
Best Star Wars movie?
Okay. Can you hold on? I wasn't ready for this. Okay.
Breathe. Breathe. Ooh-bah.
Oh, I got it.
Hmm.
Best force wielder.
Oh.
Oh man, and all lore, current canon.
Current lore.
Current
canon.
canon.
Current
Current
canon.
canon. Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because Ahsoka Tano's going to be on that list.
Yeah, she is. Ahsoka Tano's gonna be on there, and I am all for
Okay,
that.
so we all agree. So why are we even doing that?
Here's the thing. I thought we were all in agreement about Chip not being the winner of the Green Lantern, and then here we are.
What?
Yeah, if we can kill Ahsoka in round 1, I'd love to see where that battle goes.
That's true.
What? What?
Cole's head explode again.
Why would you do that? What? Oh
He's
man,
adorable when he's flustered. Look at him.
I wouldn't know what to do. If like, oh man, I don't want to. Like, oh man, I'm now worried.
I'm gonna scour the internet for any evidence that Jar Jar ever had some force since anything, so to we can put him on
I mean,
this
there's
list.
a lot of good fan theories, but I don't know if there's any evidence.
I'm gonna go look for some. There's gotta
There's
be. If there
a
is,
new
I'll
there's a
find
new
it.
Jedi Master that kind of can be argued.
Yes, he should be on there.
It is a new series,
It is a
and
new
he
series.
is considered a master.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And he sounds a lot like Jar Jar.
it does.
So master doesn't matter. It's just force wielder.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a very great point.
Put the Bendu on that list. Let's go.
Oh,
Cartoon revealed it?
dang. Corey with like the hard drop. Wow.
It's what you said.
No, it is, but I didn't think that way until you said that, and now my brain, it's like when you see like the stars explode in someone's mind, like you see the eyes, and it's like, oh, yeah. Oh man.
Awesome.
All right, but best force wielder.
Best force wielder for next week. All right, y'all. Thank you,
Yeah,
y'all.
look up the
so
spelling
very
for that.
much. Join us later for Trashterpiece Theater, where we'll be doing your suggestions of accents and singing along of our lines, and it'll be a lot of good fun. So please join us at 7:30 for that. Until then, we will bid you adieu for the rest of the day, and have a good one.
Well, bidu adu.
Ado.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.